you go in for an evaluation for a claim, this is tricky, and you got to get this right. You got to get this right. Hello, my name is Lance. I'm with Veteran Today, and I'm going to say a few words about having your appointment with your VA provider or the individual who's going to interview you to give you your exam for your claim. What I'm about to say relates to everything from a momentary visit, long-term visit, claim evaluation, etc. So, but it's important. It's really important. So before I go further, if you find what I say valuable, please like below and subscribe and hit the bell and all that good stuff, because we want you to be aware of new videos that come out. So, okay, when you have an evaluation for a claim or for healthcare, mental health care, physical health care, it is extremely important that you understand the question, how are you? Or how are you doing? Or how have you been? Because the way you answer that question could make a difference between getting the care you need or getting the claim approved. It's very important. It's very important. Okay, so let's look at time. You know, you only have a short opportunity to ever be with the VA, no matter what it's for, whether it's for a healthcare visit, the nurses taking your stats before you go in and see the doc, or if you're there for an annual visit, or if it's for a claim, you don't have much time. And so how you answer that question is extremely important. And your answer will not be the same, not that you're not telling the truth or telling the truth. It's just that you have to be speaking in the time frame of which they are asking. Okay, so let me explain this. All right, so if you're there for a visit and it's been a month since you've last seen your provider, and they say, how are you? They don't mean it that very minute. That's not what, I mean, it's the way it sounds, but that's not what they mean. And that's not what you want to convey, because veterans, especially those with PTSD and other mental health issues or with physical issues, will feel good one moment and feel horrible the next moment. So when someone asks you the question, how are you? You need to quickly think, how long has it been since I've seen this provider? Have I ever seen them before? That means I need to give an answer that reflects the total time to which I've never seen them, which is your total time as a veteran. If it's been a month since you've seen a provider and they say, how are you? It's not about that moment, because you have to relay to them how you are from a 30-day perspective. And in all fairness to you and to the provider, you need to answer it based on the worst day of that 30 days. If it is for an evaluation for post-traumatic stress and you are answering the question, how are you? You have to answer it based on your worst ever day, because you've never seen that examiner before. They don't know you. They may have gone through your history, but you need to answer based on the entire time of being a veteran. And not, you know, from the time that you first lifted your hand and says, I defend the Constitution of the United States. So it's very important. Like if you go in, let me give you an example of what I do, and this is what I do. So I'm a mental health patient. I have post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a mental health issue. And I've got severe PTSD. And so right now, as I'm talking to you, I make these videos when I'm having a great day. I can think, I can process. I feel like being out around, other people. I can go get my 7-Eleven coffee, if you can see it here. I'm out and about. So this is a good day where I can do something meaningful. But I am not always like this. Even though I'm medicated and I get counseling, I have days, and you can ask my therapist, because we had one the other day where we had our online therapy and I couldn't function with him. And it was the first time in 2 years that I could not function with my therapist, right? Because we have those calls, once every 2 months. And so the chance that he's going to talk to me on a bad day is rare. The odds are pretty off that he's going to get me. But this time he called me, was I having a bad day? I didn't want to look at him on the screen. I didn't want to be there. But I came to the meeting because I honor my meetings as best I can with the Department of Veterans Affairs. And so he didn't really have to ask me too much about what was going on with me, because he could see I was having a bad, because he said, are you having a bad day? Yes, I'm having a bad day. And I really don't want to be in this, and I don't know how well. And when he tried to talk to me, I was short with him. I didn't want to answer questions. I was having a bad day. So if he and I were to meet the very next day, and he would say, how are you? I would say, better than yesterday, because yesterday was bad. I wouldn't say I'm fine, because that's a moment in time. That's a snapshot. And that's not what these doctors and therapists and evaluators are asking for. They're not asking for a snapshot in time where you are right now. They're asking, where are you in relation to where you were the last time I saw you? That's what they're asking. And so you need to answer the question that way. When someone asks me, are you in danger of hurting yourself or someone else? I only have one answer as a PTSD patient: not today. Ask me tomorrow, or ask me the next day, or ask me 6 hours from now, and my answer may be different. But you're asking, if you want to know how I am at this moment, I'm awesome. But you didn't see me 2 days ago when I'd taken ibuprofen and go to bed early because I started to have a bad day. I get 24-hour cycles. So I'll be bad for 24 hours, and then I'm good for like 4 days, 5 days. Then I'm bad for 24. I don't know, each of us have our own cycles, our own stuff. So you need to be careful you're asking this question. When you go in for an evaluation for a claim, this is tricky, and you got to get this right. You got to get this right. When they ask you, how are you, they do not mean right then, because that's not what they're evaluating about. They're not evaluating you about right now. They're evaluating you about all you are as a veteran and your healthcare and your issues up to that moment. And that's a different answer. So I've got to pick the answer that's at the most extreme so that I can honestly represent how I am. How am I? Based on this day back 3 weeks ago, where I wanted to crawl into a rock and die and was hopeless. Yeah, that's where I was. And let me describe that. And compared to how I am today, it's a good day. So you're seeing me, let me show you, you get to see me on a good day. If you're having a good day. If you're not having a real good day, say you're not having a real good day. If you've had better days, say, I'm kind of in the middle right now. I've had moments when I don't want to live, I'm hopeless, and I have other moments where I'm happy as a lark and I want to embrace the world. And right now, I'm kind of in the middle, right? I mean, if you want, but you have to be explicit about the total time that you're speaking of when they ask the question, how are you? If the doctor saw you yesterday, you can say, I've been good since yesterday. Or I had a bad night, it's better this morning. But you never say, I'm feeling great, how are you? Oh, that's a horrible answer. I'm great, how are you? I mean, it's good that you're good, but it's not good in conveying the truth of your physical or mental health care to your provider, who needs that information either to treat you or to assess you for a claim. So be careful, people. Be aware when anyone associated with the Veterans Administration asks you how you are, take a second, reference what time period they're talking about. A physician, since you last saw them 90 days ago, or 60 days ago, or 30 days ago, or yesterday, or a claims evaluator who has never seen you. Give them your worst day and describe that to them so that they know you. So that they know you. That's how you need to answer the question, how are you? If you want more information like this, like I said, be sure to like and subscribe and all that stuff and visit back. And if you're watching this on Facebook or on LinkedIn, you can become a friend or do whatever you need to do so that you're connected. Good talking to you. Thank you for your service, and I'll see you again soon.